Action!
Action, Todd!
And keep going! Action!
Action 2.
Sick parking job, Todd. You're gonna get towed.
What? You're just jealous of my prime piece of parking lot real estate.
Just because I parked all the way down there.
Hi again. This gives me a great opportunity to introduce you to one of the featured people in the video, Brian Craighill. Brian is my team manager at Quicksilver. He has a credit card that I can put lots of dinners and assorted things that we can find a way to write off on there. Brian is an extremely good snowboarder. And now he pushes pencils for a living, and he didn't have anything to do this week, so he's going to help us out with my trick tip video, volume 2.
Speaking of, I saw the first one, and I'm really interested in the second one. Let's see if we can get some more real tricks.
You're here to perform. You don't have many lines in this. This is my video. Told Billy last year, replace the monkey quickly. All right, so anyway, we're going to do 720s, we're going to do 360s, we're going to do 180s. We're going to get busy, we're going to get nasty. Right now, we're heading up to the hill to get it on. Right, Brian? Cool. Graphics. Okay, we just entered the park zone. This is where we're going to be putting our skills to use. So, it's volume 2. What we're going to do here is build on what you learned in volume 1. If you haven't mastered volume 1 yet, put it back to the VCR, DVD, whatnot. Get back with that. Okay, so here in volume 2, we're going to learn how to initiate our spins. We're going to learn how to land backwards out of spins. We're going to learn how to get our huck on. And then we're going to add grabs and basically put everything together to make you a superstar, like Brian. And first thing we're going to do is jump right into how to initiate your rotation. Now, it's the building block for every spin trick is in your takeoff and in your pump into your rotation. Let's jump right into that, get this thing rolling. And then we're supposed to walk over here according to our directions. Here we are, we're at the jump. We're about to get our spins going, but before we jump into how to launch ourselves in the air, we're going to cover 4 bullet points you're going to hear me repeat over and over and over again, and they apply to every spin you're going to do. Number 1, speed. Judging how much speed you need to clear the jump. That's important in anything you do, not even with rotations, but speed comes in to be a factor. When you're spinning off a lip and you're using your edge to initiate a spin, it might eat up more speed or, whatever. Number 2 is edges, which edge you're going to leave the jump on, and how to perform setup carves in to make your spin initiation easier. Number 3 is pop, or when you ollie off of the lip. You want to make sure that you get enough pop to spin you around in the right amount of degrees that you're achieving, because over rotation is a bad thing. So is under rotation. So we need to get that pop dialed. Number 4, body placement. You need to stay nice and relaxed in the air, none of this, hula hoop stuff or not in Hawaii. All right, let's get into this thing. Let's start off with the 180-degree rotation, and we will build from there. 180s, Brian! C50!
All right, front side 180s. Let's jump right into this. The first thing you're going to see here is me initiating the 180 with my toes. You have a choice here of heels or toes, but I prefer toes because it gives you a little bit more control in the air. As soon as you pop off the lip, make sure that you start looking where you're going to go and you spot that landing the whole time. Bring your shoulders around just a little bit. You know, you don't want to go 360s, just a 180. Watch it. Just all happens in one nice, smooth motion. You keep your upper body really calm and just get your board around underneath you, nice and smooth. Here's a good example of even if you keep your lower body nice and smooth and your upper body's kind of waving around the air, it'll keep you in control. Another way to stay in control and compact is to add a grab. There's a frontside 180 melon. Here we have our frontside 180 with a frontside grab. And we can watch, as soon as I popped off the lip, I'm reaching down between my legs with my hand. And I'm still spotting my landing. You can see me looking where I'm going to go. And it just keeps me nice and compact and tight the whole time. It's a really good building block for getting comfortable with initiating spins and then getting your hand on your board right away. And this comes into play more with 360s and 540s. We're going to show you a couple of the things that can go wrong when initiating a frontside 180 or any spin. Right here, Brian's illustrating the get in the back seat technique of landing, and this means he's going to put down his tail first. And this is all right if you get back over your board, but right here, Brian is throwing all of his weight in the back seat and just wheeling out. Here's a good shot of Brian hooking his toe edge, which means he tried to initiate the spin too early going off the jump. Here's J2 with the throw your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care. And another shot of Brian hooking his toe edge. All this stuff is good to see because it'll help you to avoid it in the future. We're going to go straight into the switch frontside 180, which is the mirror image of the frontside 180. We saw Brian throw it to fakie so he can approach the jump backwards. And as soon as you get to the lip, you need to make a choice. Should I leave off my heels or should I leave off my toes? It's all personal preference. Right there we saw Brian go off of his heels. The dynamics are the exact same thing as the frontside 180 once you get in the air. You need to lead with the shoulder that is in front and make sure that your head just comes around enough to get you 180 degrees. Keeping your upper body nice and quiet will allow you to, be nice and smooth in the air and will really help you out later on when you're starting to up your spins. Pay attention to Brian as he leaves the lip and he reaches down for that board right away. But at the same time, he's spotting that landing and keeping his momentum going. Adding a grab just really helps you stay compact and helps you avoid things like this, the upper body, throw your arms around, and then there's also, Brian demonstrating the getting in the back seat again, but this time from the switch version. This is the fat guy on the little board. And finally, we have J2 doing his classic throw your hands, over rotate. I'm not really sure if that was on purpose or not. Moving right along into the backside 180,